is here. Greg B is here.
What up? What up?
Nissa is here.
Hey.
And the newest member of the Stormy Brother family, our boy Kareem, is here.
What's going on, everybody?
First of all, Kareem, welcome to the family, man. We're so happy to have you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I appreciate it, man.
I got great feedback when you be on the show. They're like, "Who's that Kareem dude?" My cousin was like, "Yeah." My cousin was like, "Is that Kareem dude? He be kicking knowledge." I'll be like, "Yeah, that's why we have him on the show." You know what I'm saying? So we had to bring you on. Kareem's gonna be rocking with us every week, as we always do every Friday night. WGLSradio.net. We're here, and of course, our first segment is always #RantLife. My brother Greg B got some stuff to talk about. But let him have it. Let him have it, Greg B.
Oh, boy.
What is going on with Nick Nation? What is going on with Nick Nation? Listen. It makes me sad. I've been watching the Knicks since I've been born. I remember going to my first game with my dad in '82, watching the Sixers, who actually were really good when they had Dr. J, Moses Malone.
Facts.
What is going on with my Knicks, man? Anyway, what I really want to have a rant about is what's going on, and honestly, with the Knicks organization, especially the stuff that's been going on with Charles Oakley. If anyone's ever been a Knicks fan, everybody knows who Charles Oakley is. To me, was one of the hardest working brothers in the game, especially when it came to the physicality part. You know, wasn't a great shooter by any means, couldn't shoot for shit, but he played a hard defense. He gave 195%. And for some reason, because James Dolan's, from my understanding, the VP of operations or the GM, could be mistaken.
Who, James Dolan?
James Dolan's dad.
Oh. So
the dad, who was the owner then, when Oakley was playing, didn't get along. So because I throw shade to your pops, does that automatically mean you got to throw shade back to me? I mean, if someone threw shade to my pops, I guess I would feel some kind of way. But as a man, time has elapsed. Yeah. The man's played for 10 years and hasn't picked up a basketball for your organization for 10 plus years. So my thing is, what is the issue with him? Like, why do you feel that it warrants him being so? I don't know. What's the best word to say it, John? Why?
Who Dolan?
What, Oakley? Why is he all of a sudden thrown on the bus?
Yeah, I don't know. Oakley claims that he didn't say anything to Dolan. He said nothing. He was sitting there, he was chilling, and then the security came and started harassing him. But then he also told whoever he told, I guess it was reported by Brian Windhorst or something like that he had a few drinks before he got there.
Oh,
so
man.
Who knows?
Oh, man.
Is your side, is my side, and somewhere between in the middle is the truth. So was he cursing Dolan out? Probably. But does Dolan deserve it? Absolutely. Yes.
And add to it, even as a fan, we know when players, celebrities, or anybody is in the building when you're at a game. So you absolutely know when you see someone in the stands that you don't like, you want to harass them. I mean, fans do it to each other all the time. What's up, Ebony? What's up? Huh?
What you pay a ticket for?
Listen, man. He came in there from his explanation. He came in there and he spent 4.5 minutes sitting down, and then 10 dudes came over to him from the organization, from the Garden security, and told him to get out. That's what they told him.
That's what
they told him.
That's the story.
So, what can my question is, what actually can happen in 4 minutes? I can curse you, your family, your dog, your cat out completely.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? But nothing to the point that it warrants someone coming to me and trying to eject me from a game. You understand what I'm saying? If that's the case, then you should eject every fan that curses players out.
Absolutely.
There's hecklers that sit in the front row, like right on the bench, and repeatedly sit there and they will chastise players. So you're going to kick them out of the game too? What are you going to do?
Basically.
So my thing is, look, as an organization, right now, the Knicks suck. Big time. The organization sucks. Dolan sucks.
Yep.
Let Oakley live. Let him be celebrated in the 70-year history of the Knicks. Give him his props. Give him his due. No, we didn't win the championship. Because Patrick Ewing missed that layup. And many other John Starks.
Because he was injured. He was injured
Who?
that year. Ewing was injured. Ewing had a bad calf, I think it was, or a hamstring. something like that. So he didn't have the full lift. Because he said if
Right,
he would have
right.
had his lift, he would have dunked it.
Right.
It wouldn't have been an issue.
Right. You mean against Indiana? I was at that
Against
game.
Indiana.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So,
Oh, you were at the game too?
Yeah. I was there, and during the timeout,
That's a heartbreaker.
during the timeout, the crowd was electrified. I've never experienced anything like playoff games. Like, you special case, you say you watch the games during playoff time, is completely real when you're there. But my thing is, listen, this player to your organization was a big tool and was very helpful in building your organization back in the early, what was it, 90s? You could say it was. So he was influential to the game. Everybody knew who Charles Oakley was. He was the enforcer before X-Men came on. You know what I'm saying? He was the enforcer. So my thing is, look, if you're going to be the enforcer, let the man get his due. Now, my cousin is saying here that he came in, he was drunk and up to no good. So,
he did tell the reporter that he was drinking beforehand. So
Okay.
if that's the case, but for as many drunk people
What up,
as
so?
be at Madison Square Garden, it's be drunk people at Madison Square Garden.
all the time.
So
man.
does everybody need to get kicked out then? Why Oakley?
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, first of all, what would you do if 10 dudes walked up to you? Especially,
you going to feel a certain way.
especially flashlight
You
cops.
paid. First of all, I put 10 years into this team.
Yes.
I still got to pay to get in?
Yes,
Come on, dog.
You have to pay.
My number should be retired in the rap.
it should be. And if it's not, you should be celebrated as one of the, I won't say the greatest, but one of the most influential players on the team.
Facts. We don't get to the playoffs all them years without Charles Oakley.
Without Charles Oakley. You got to do it. So now they put a ban on him. Dolan put a ban on him from coming to MSG. And I'm certain he don't give a damn. He probably don't care. He said it on Mike and Mike. He said it on Stephen A. Smith. He doesn't care what it is, what happens in his regards. But it's just the portrayal of the organization right now is terrible. It's terrible. In the words of Charles Barkley, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Let me give you a quick application, a practical application of what me and Greg are talking about, right? This is the news. This is the news wire. Knicks won't opt out of contract with Phil Jackson. February 10th, 4:24 p.m. The New York Knicks won't exercise their opt-out clause in Phil Jackson's contract. Both Jackson and Knicks have an opt-out after the current season on a 5-year, $60 million deal they signed in 2014. Dolan says, I'm going to honor it to the full agreement.
Why?
This is what we're talking about. So when we get pissed off, that's why. What has Phil Jackson has drafted Kristaps. I get it. Great. But then you also gave Joakim Noah 4 years, $78 million or $72 million, whatever it was. So don't talk to me about how Phil Jackson has changed the team. No, he hasn't. 4 years for a dude who can't even make a shot.
Nope. Can't.
He doesn't even rebound anymore. And they said he's one of the worst defensive centers now. Used to be the best defensive center. Now he's one of the worst. And you gave him a 4-year contract. This is his first year in the city. His first year, and he's already declined that much.
Let me tell you something. I'm about to institute a new rule. Since Trump can get into office with no experience, I'm going to declare myself for the NBA, son.
Oh my god!
And I want a 4-year, $72 million contract. My first year when I come into the league.
Facts.
That's all I want. And you know how many minutes I'm gonna play in the league, Jason?
How many?
Jai, you wanna know how many minutes I'm gonna play? I'm gonna play 0 minutes. I'm not playing. I'm not getting up off the bench. I'm gonna sit on the end of the bench, and I want 4 years, $72 million.
Go out there and go rebound. Get average about 1 or 2 rebounds a game. That's worth it.
I'll take 2 jump shots. How about
There you
that?
go. Yeah.
2 J's. I'm too short to
Not
grab a board.
Oh, okay, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, my current stature and age, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna happen. But
I got you.
that was just my thing with that, because I just find it egregious that anybody, it doesn't matter who it is, any walk of life. I'm not just talking basketball. I'm just talking about if somebody comes up to you and tells you put in your, that's like going to your job. We just talked about your job off air. That's like you going to your job, going to your boss, and your boss looks you straight in the face and says, you ain't shit. I don't care how much stuff you've done for me. At the end of the day, you're not worth a dime to me. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's bad.
It's bad. Now, for everybody out there who isn't a Knicks fan, we get it. We understand. But we like to encompass everything here on the Stormy Weather Show. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we talk about love. Sometimes we talk about real stuff. Like, we had the mayoral candidate Sam Bennett on a couple weeks back. And sometimes we like to talk about the Knicks.
Word.
That's just what we like to do. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
We talk about everything. We encompass everything.
Word.
Sometimes we get political. We like to do that too. And sometimes we like to get rap and talk about sex all the time. We can do that too.
Word.
You get everything here. That's what makes the show so great. Now, with that being said, I want to ask you guys a question. And because we have a lady here, I'm going to ask her first. Let's bring Nitsa back to the conversation because this is totally checked out.
Yeah, I was
She
like,
totally checked out after when we started talking about basketball. But it's okay.
I don't watch sports.
No, it's okay. We love you anyway. It's all good. Okay, so here's my question I want to ask you. Nitsa. Do you feel like Valentine's Day is a woman's holiday?
I'm going to have to say yes, because guys don't get into it as much as us females do. But also, I'm seeing a lot of people, like, they're really salty about Valentine's Day if they're not with someone.
Oh.
But this is the thing, like, Valentine's Day, because I grew up, like, my mom celebrating it with us. Like, she used to get us, like, a little box of chocolates. She would get us a card, and she'd write us, like, a little love note.
Right.
For me, it was always just, like, a love day. Not specifically, like, a romantic love, but, like, just telling somebody that you care about them, you know? And, like, that day is, like, really special because you're supposed to tell somebody that you care about them.
Right.
Well, anyways, back to people being salty about it. Just pick somebody you want as your Valentine. It doesn't have to be romantic. If you care about somebody, why don't y'all exchange gifts if it's really that big to you? Like, people are, like, so in their feelings about it. And a lot of people are like, it's a commercial holiday, and people only want you to buy stuff.
Well,
like,
that's true. Go ahead, finish your thought.
I understand that. I see that part. But because of the way that I was brought up, like, for me, it's special. So I do the same thing for my kids. Like, I get them chocolates, and we get them, like, a card or something. Like, my mom even used to make us, like, cards and stuff. And she used to use puffy paint and all that. And, like, my mom's really creative. And, you know, it's like, creating a memory, I feel like.
I got you. And
a lot of people look at it like, oh, I gotta spend all this money. Like, you don't have to spend a ton of money to make it special.
Okay. Kareem, you're married.
Yes.
Do you and the wife care about Valentine's Day?
My wife's birthday is on Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow. That's special.
No, it's not special.
It's over for you, bro.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not for you.
It's stressful.
It's over.
It's stressful.
A lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
Did you have to go double hard for that because it's her birthday on Valentine's Day, or can you just do one gift?
I'm gonna be honest. I probably messed it up for more years than I can count. You know what I mean? I probably messed it up more years than I can count. But you know what? I feel like this. I know, and I agree that a lot of people see it as a negative thing, especially when they're single. But the way I look at it, there's nothing wrong with being your own Valentine. You know, take yourself out for a spa day. You know, I mean, if you're a female.
That's what Soldier just said. Soldier in the house. What up, Soldier? Feel better.
What up, Soldier?
Soldier said Single Awareness Day. Single Awareness Day.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be what you don't want it to be. You know, and I understand that there are a lot of different opinions. There are people who feel like it's a commercial thing, but we say the same thing about Christmas. But we still
people love celebrating.
But we still spend billions and billions of dollars on Christmas decorations and preps and stuff like that. So I kind of feel like it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's what you make of it and how you feel about it.
What you feel about it, Greg B? What's your thoughts on Valentine's Day?
So now that when I was younger, I mean, you know what? It depends on who I was dating. Because to some people it was always very important. And because it was important to other people, it was, you know, if you dating somebody, it's important to me.
Got you.
But honestly, I'm not for that because to me, it is commercial ridden.
Okay.
The same roses I get for my woman 3 days after the freaking Valentine holiday is maybe $30 less than it is when you buy it on Valentine's or 5 days before Valentine's. So I buy a dozen of roses and them shits cost $35.
I used to do floral design in high school, and we learned like the markups and everything. And because we were students, we could sell our products for Valentine's Day, but we weren't allowed to mark up the price, and that's why our sales were so high during Valentine's Day. We would literally have to strip 1,000 roses.
Wow.
We'd have to prepare them and cut them and all that. And it was like a mess. Because the way you prep a rose, you have to take out the dead petals on the outside. So there was like literally an assembly line. Like one person was unpackaging them, taking off the rubber bands and the sleeves they came in. One person was passing them on so that they could get stripped. One person was passing them on so they could get cut in the water because there was like a machine to do it. And like it was literally an assembly line. And then there was a second room, and they would take all the roses back there, and we do arrangements, boxed, like all kinds. And it's cheaper through the school. And a lot of guys pick up on this because we get a lot of like men in the lobby buying it, and it was just cheaper that way for people to do, roses. And one year for Valentine's Day, we set up a teacher's proposal in his classroom. He had the girlfriend at the time come, and he told her like, "Oh, there's an emergency. I need you to hurry up and come to the school, come to my classroom." And we got to set it up, and it was like really nice, and it was like, oh, it was so.
Oh, he proposed in front of all the kids.
Yeah, in front of all of us. Yeah, and
that's dope.
Yeah, that was really nice. But like Valentine's Day really is what you make of it, I think. But it is something us females enjoy, and we like being spoiled. We like, like the extra attention, and I think that's why some females kind of get like in their feelings, because there's nobody doing that for them willingly. So,
but you think?
I have a question.
No, go ahead.
My cousin wants to know how were your hands after the assembly line? Did you have a lot of pricks and all this other stuff?
Oh, well, if they have gloves too that you can wear.
Oh, for that, okay.
But yeah, they the thing to strip it is like it looks like a plastic tube, and inside is metal. And when you take it to the top of the rose, you have to like, not too tight, but you have to like, pull it down, and it pulls all the thorns off of it. And like somebody does it over the trash can. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
So if you want roses for Valentine's Day, go to the Voltec school. It's really cheap.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
go to
enough.
Where? What was the
Voltec
suggestion?
In Bethlehem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you need roses, is this last minute? Is this last minute you can get this?
Yeah, I think
if you need roses
you
for
can even call the school. They probably have something ready made in the.
Wow.
They even have like if you go in the lobby, they'll have you sign in. There's a shop there. They usually have stuff in the shop, and there's like you could buy cakes, cookies, and stuff there because they have a culinary program where they sell their baked goods and all that. So you can call. You can even get graphic design stuff done there.
Oh, they got the kids working.
They got hair. You
got
can get your
kids
hair
working.
done.
I know. I see that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sound like, you know what that sound like?
What's that?
Sweatshop, son. Sound like a sweatshop.
They're making Jordans.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it sound like. Yo, if you need roses last minute, Voltec.
Yes.
You heard it from Nitsa.
It's
Get them for the cheap and the low.
Get for the low.
And you can even get like, I mean, this is gonna be really cheap, but you can always get a mixed bouquet. Mixed bouquet is cheaper because you're using multiple flowers, not just one type, because roses tend to be more expensive during this time of year. Get a mixed bouquet and get a few roses in there, and it will break down the price a little bit more.
So
or you could even ask for more filler, which is like baby's breath, green, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You taking notes, special?
Yes.
Everybody taking notes.
Take notes.
Better be taking notes. The birthday and Valentine's Day.
Better hit that Voltec up, yo.
Well, what I learned throughout the years is that a lot of times your actions are more important because I'm one to forget holidays and birthdays. I forget my own birthday. Matter of fact, shout out to me. My birthday was on the 7th.
That's
Yes,
happy belated.
birthday.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. But
Yo, I got like caught up in the moment just now. I was like, happy birthday.
But I feel like is it as a woman, is it more important to get the material or is the attention?
It's the attention. It really is. Like, even if you put some candles out on the table, make her favorite meal, even if it's like just getting her favorite fast food, like, I think like we had this discussion before, not every woman appreciates the same thing because there are some, what is that word? Like bougie?
Bougie. Okay.
Yeah.
Take the time to be a girl.
Yeah, like, there are some women who expect a little bit more.
Right.
Like, some women are very easy to please, like me. Give me some Taco Bell and I'm good. Like some chicken wings, I'm good. Tacos, good. But
Are you plugging your Valentine's Day right now?
I already told him, I was like, I want some chicken wings, some tacos, something. If you, like, I'm not, I really, like, I'm not one of them, like, oh, I need this new jewelry or something. Like, I'd rather have something I could use. Like,
Okay, Greg B. As a matter of fact, no, that was great. That was greatness. I'm glad that you went there, especially with those tests. That's fly.
Yes.
Greg B. Here's my thing. I want to talk about this too, and I want you to kind of dive into this because you always give it to us raw. For all of the Netflix and chill, Hulu and sleep, Fire Stick and Fire Stick, for all those cats, how do you gauge Valentine's Day? Should Netflix and chill cats, should Valentine's Day be a thing for Netflix and chill? What do you think about that?
Hell to no.
Yeah.
And anybody else is Netflix and chilling, Hulu and sleeping, and Fire Stick better not buy none of these chicks no damn Valentine's presents. Smack yourself in the face while you in the store, son.
Facts.
Because there's no, I don't understand that. If you buy any chick gifts that you just smashing, then you are in a relationship, man.
That's true.
Hell no.
True.
Thank you, so. Hell no. Hell no.
Yes.
There's no possible way that somebody can have, I don't care how good that shit is.
Yeah.
It could be the best thing since macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It could be the best thing that you've ever had in your life.
Yes.
Like you sitting home, you calling your boys and stuff like, yo, son. That joint was talking to me when I was there, man. speaking tongues of God and whatnot. It doesn't matter. Why are you even going out of your way to buy it? Because you know she's not just gonna want something on the low, like Nitsa say, I'm just give me some Taco Bell or something like that. She's gonna want something extravagant.
Shout out to all the girls like Nitsa who are easy to please, man. That's so
I
important.
know a lot of girls who are like that. It's the time and attention that you receive that means a lot more, I think.
Well, that's good because I know, like you said, there are some bougie chicks and like Greg B's point, man. Like I had a friend of mine, Greg B. He said he's Netflix and chilling with this girl, and this is last Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day came and went, and she hit him up and she was like, "Why didn't you call me on Valentine's Day?" And he was like, "I didn't know I was supposed to." And she was like, "What do you mean?" You know what I mean? Now they weren't in a relationship. It's Netflix and chilling. You know what I'm saying? This is we have a physical relationship, and that's that. So she was upset because she thought Valentine's Day belonged to her, even though they were just Netflix and chilling. Even though me and you aren't in a relationship, we share sweet nothings in intimacy. That's all we do. That's what we do. We share that. That's all we share.
See, that's why I don't agree with just straight physical relationships, because there's always like that fuzzy, blurry line of like, well, what are we? You know, like.
Well, see, we don't have to be
People
anything.
always mess that up.
We don't have to be anything. That's what I'm saying. If you're Netflix and chilling,
that's why it shouldn't even. I don't know. People do what the work.
Well, what happens is that you got to draw the line right from the door.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
If it's Netflix and chill, then it's Netflix and chill. If it's more than that, it's more than that. That way, he or she won't be confused when Valentine's Day comes along. And how come you didn't call me, girl? You know what it was.
Yeah, yo, Ghostface said that the best, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was on this couples therapy thing, and he had it wasn't Valentine's Day, but it was basically the same situation in which he had his wife, and then he had his baby moms, and he told the wife straight up, man, you know, listen, you knew what this was when you got with me. You knew I had interest in my baby moms. Like, you knew that chick was close to my heart. So, you know, to add to your point, if you have someone that you just sleeping with, you understand what I'm saying? You have already set the ground rules. And that's all we do. We set the ground rules. If you go outside of that line of setting your own rules, that's on you. That's on you. So you get your heart broke. That's not my problem. I can't feel guilty for something that I already warned you in the beginning. And I understand that people's feelings change. I get that.
Right.
I get that. We've all been on the end with some girl we were just messing around with, and all of a sudden we're like, damn, yo, I wonder if she likes me. But that was my own fault.
Right.
For assuming that she changed her position when she never did in the first place. She knew what it was.
Yeah.
She knew what it was. I knew what it was. You know what it was.
Yeah.
Smash and grab. Go home. Have a nice day. Good
That's
for you.
it.
Let some other sucker buy you some Valentine's gift. Have me sitting there buying you some chocolates and roses for like $7,000. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Okay, next let me put it on you. Let's say, obviously you're a married woman, but let's say you were single. Let's say you had Netflix and chill person, the person you just had a physical relationship with, right? Let's say that you went over to their crib on Valentine's. Let's say it was Valentine's Day, and you knew going over there it was going to be physical. right? But it was Valentine's Day, so you went over there to see him, so he could see you, and y'all could do something. If he opens the door and there's nothing, there's no rose, no chocolates, no nothing, are you upset? Do you feel not upset, but do you feel a certain way?
Yeah.
You would feel a certain way, even though y'all were just sleeping together?
Yeah, because I'm bitter. Like, I'm emotional. I can't change that.
I got you.
But I think it's a big difference. A big difference between how you would feel and how you should feel. You should know when you walk through the door that nothing has changed just because today is a day.
Yeah.
But that don't mean that you're not going to feel like, damn, I thought maybe the dude would cook me some dinner or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something be different. But in reality, it still is what it is.
Right.
And you just have to accept that. Or don't go over his house on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's why
you getting a high five through the screen right there, bro.
If I was single, I wouldn't want to end up in that kind
You
of
wouldn't
situation.
even want a Netflix and chill situation. I got you.
So what would you do then? You would just wait until you find a
single.
relationship?
Yeah, I think I would.
I respect that.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. It's not easy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not easy, but
No, I'm talking about it's not easy to be in a Netflix and
I
chill
was gonna
situation.
say, yeah, that would mess with my head. Like I can't.
Yeah. I feel like it's difficult to find a woman. Now, Greg, but you tell me if you disagree. But I feel like it's difficult to find a woman who is more about Netflix and chilling than isn't. You understand what I'm saying? Have you ever had a chick who was just like, all I want from you is that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's cool. I just feel like it's difficult. It's easier to find girls who claim that and then end up being something more. The girls who are just like, no, we sticking to the script and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I will say that there are girls that are very forward.
Right.
Shout out to all of them.
Absolutely.
But stuff does change.
Yeah.
Even the ones who start out like that.
They change.
It changed. Like, all of a sudden you get this assumption that I'm your man. I don't recall us ever talking, or even if we did talk about it, I recall me saying that that's something I'm not interested in. So, yeah, but there are females out there like
Where
that.
do you draw the line at as far as Netflix and chilling, right? Because like, let's say, I know you say there's no pillow talking, there's no none of that, and I get that. I'm with that. What happens if, let's say, your Netflix and chill comes to you and says, listen, I got caught up in some stuff, and I was wondering if you would let me borrow a few dollars. Do you feel like she'd be out of line of asking you that?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give her the directions to the bank. I'll give her directions to the bank. Tell that chick to get a loan or find some other sucker to do it. I ain't gonna do that. Like, you gotta be my friend. You have to be in my inner circle for me to even consider. I would expect the same from somebody else.
No, I got you.
I mean, unless the chick is rolling in dough and we have that arrangement that, she's my sugar mama and she's gonna hit me off, break me off for stuff. That's different. That's different. Right. But for someone you just doing the do it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Someone come out their face like, look, I'm struggling. Can you give me a couple dollars? Yeah, sure.
Can you struggle outside the door?
It reminds me of that meme. Like, could you ask the person that you're laying up with for $100 right now?
Yeah.
And if you can't, what are you doing with them?
Okay.
What do you mean? What'd you say out of here? I'm sorry.
It's like that meme. There's a meme. I've seen it a few times. Could you ask the person that you're physically intimate with right now for $100? And if you can't, then what are you doing with them?
Smashing?
Yeah, but if they're not helping you grow in some type of way, what are you doing surrounding yourself?
Oh, they're helping you, but that's not the way you want it to be.
Yeah,
they're helping you.
I mean,
I know what you're saying. I know what
so
you're
many
saying.
things that, I mean, granted, us women, I know a lot of women who they enjoy physical, but we also need our emotional needs met as well. Like, you can't just focus on physical. Some women can, like, more power to them, but for me, I know I'm more of an emotional female, and I'm not down with that. Like,
right.
You know what? I'm gonna chime into what you said because I've never been. I've been married a long time, but we've had our split ups. You know how it is when you've been together for a long time. You're together young. You have your breakups, and I've never been the kind of person that was like been completely heartless. Where I think because I'm friendly, and I like to talk.
Yeah.
So if I'm around you, I'm going to talk to you. We're going to talk on the phone. And even in my mind, I'm saying this is Netflix and chill, fire stick or whatever it is. I can see how someone would be mistaken by, oh, he must like me because this motherfucker talks to me all the time.
Oh, okay.
You know, on the flip, I can still turn around and be like, girl, you know what it was.
You know, hey, you do.
I don't care if we talk on the phone 2 hours every night. In my mind, we still in that lane, but I can definitely understand where someone might take that as being more.
Oh yeah, because if you get into an intimate conversation, then that's going to be it's going to mess the chick's head up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about intimate conversations like if y'all talk about deep stuff, and she tells you stuff that she's never told anybody before. Once you get to that point, it's past Netflix and chill on that point. You know what I'm saying? She's going to look at you like more as a confidant than somebody who she's just sleeping with.
Which makes it even worse when I have to tell her, nah, nothing's changed. It's the same thing. It was what it was. I just like talking.
Yeah.
I said, and if I was friends with your sister, I'd be talking to her.
Oh, yo, I like that. No, that's true. That's facts.
But you know, but I'm a friendly, talkative person. I would talk to Greg on the phone for an hour and a half. You know what I mean? So to me, that's nothing. To me,
Right.
that's just how I am. But I can see how it could be mistaken for more.
I got you.
I'm the complete opposite, man. And to some degree, that's why I think I get classified as being an asshole.
Yeah.
Because like, once I'm old, that relationship is done, or the physical aspect is done, I'm done. Like I don't feel like, you know, there are some people you can separate the physical aspect and emotional aspect and be absolute friends with somebody where you can have, you know, a conversation about whatever, current events, sports, you name it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people like to live in the past, man. Every single time. It doesn't matter who it is, man. All of a sudden, you sitting there, you having a conversation with somebody, and we're talking about the Knicks with a girl, and you're like, oh, yeah, you know the Knicks? She's like, oh, yeah, let's go to the game. You know, you remember that time? No, chick, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of us moving forward was for us to move forward and for us to build into a new regime of how we handle each other. Not to be stuck where we were 5-10 years ago, when we were just doing Netflix and chilling. That's the reason why, you know, a lot. I could honestly say I have probably zero relationship with actual exes. Zero.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes it makes me feel, you know, I hear everyone else, like, you know, you hear you say it, I hear Soul say it, that they will contact and keep in touch with the exes. You've said it, I think. Before.
I have.
I can't do it, bro.
I have all my exes on my Facebook, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you serious?
For me personally, I never wanted to be the a-hole. Like if you see that dude and you see me in the mall, like, oh yeah, I used to be with that dude. He's an a-hole. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
I never wanted to be that dude. Now, Greg, I understand what you're saying though, because you make a good point. And sometimes having exes around you isn't a good thing.
Nah, man.
Sometimes it's detrimental to your relationship you're in now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like as long as you don't cross those boundaries, you should be alright.
But they always do.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so think about your relationship, both of you. You have a relationship with your ex still, Nitsa?
No,
Okay.
that ended really bad.
Okay, so think about your relationship with your exes, both of you. Out of the percentage of females that you talk to, can you say that assuredly that 100% of them that you talk to never bring up the past?
No. None of the exes that I talk to bring up the past. No, but in their defense, I wasn't a great boyfriend either.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're trying to forget it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All
So
right.
I mean, you know, I like to think that I was, or I tried to be, but obviously the relationship didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I've never had an ex come to. Well, I'm not saying I never, but since I've been with my fiance, there's been no exes like, hey, you know, when are you and this new girl going to perish? When's you know what I'm saying? Like, it's never been that kind of conversation. We've never had that conversation before. So the exes that I know, or the Netflix and chill people that I used to know, or that I used to do that with, they all respected it. If I know they're together, I'm happy for them. I'm not. I mean, if they're with somebody else, I'm happy for them. I'm not sliding their DMs or sliding their Facebook Messenger like I'm saying what's up with you and dude. You understand what I'm saying? It's never been that type of thing with me. With me. Now, with that being said,
I believe that.
if I was single, it might be different. That's what I'm saying.
True.
Because at the end of the day, if you're single, you don't care about who's with who. You don't care. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a relationship, you care because you don't want your significant other to find out. if something is going on, especially with a woman, because women are detectives. They find out everything.
Damn.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do that your woman's not gonna find out about. It's gonna happen. It might be 4 or 5 years down the line. At some point, it's gonna turn around on you.
And then when they ask you that question, so you already know they know the answer, bro.
Exactly.
You already know they know the answer.
Exactly.
Don't even lie about it.
You can't. Because you already stuck. You already in the spider web. There's nothing that you can do. You know what I'm saying?
I saw this meme that's so hilarious. I didn't mean to cut you off, okay? So the thing said, guys have 20/20 vision until she shows you your phone. And all of a sudden you squinting our eyes like, yo, what's this, man? I can't see.
Whose phone is that?
But that joint is so true.
Yeah.
It's so true because when you bust it, it's over.
You bust it. That's it.
And then we still sit there and we try to lie our way out of it. That's what makes it so funny.
When you're busted, you shut down. Your mental capacity shuts down. You can't think straight. You know what I'm saying? You stop thinking. Like normally I'm good. I'm at work. I'm cool. I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I'm at the crib. I'm chilling. I'm thinking. The Knicks are on. I'm thinking. When that phone gets put in my face, I can't think anymore. I don't know what happened to my cognitive thinking. It just falls apart. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happens, but at you, because even not that you should, but people could put dude, we could put a lie together if we had to. But at that point, there's no lying.
There's no, well, I am telling them, I don't care. That happened to me or someone.
Word.
Yeah, man. You texting your significant side piece at night, thinking that you locked your phone and deleted the messages, and you didn't.
Yeah.
And then you wake up in the morning and your significant other is looking at you, and it's like, whose message is this? And you like, I don't fucking know, yo. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the funniest story, right? So my cousin, he got caught up one day, right? So my cousin, he was an habitual cheater back in the day, right? So he liked to get pictures of girls, intimate pictures of girls, even though he had his girl on the side. So one day, right, he got some pictures shot to the girl, some of the titty pictures. We love titty pictures.
Word.
So he gets a picture, he keeps it in his phone, right? His girl ends up finding this, going into his phone, sees the picture. She's like, "What is this? Whose picture is this?" He goes, "Babe, I don't know who that is." She goes, "Oh, you don't know who this is? How'd it get in your phone then?" He was like, "No, stop playing, those are yours." She goes, "Babe, these are black women's titties. I'm white." That was it. That's how your thinking shuts down. You know what I mean? I can't even tell your complexion anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Those boobs aren't white. I thought those boobs were white. No, they're black. Those are black boobs. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's no way around that.
There's no way around that. There's no way around that. So at the end of the day, it just shuts down. The cognitive thinking shuts down, and we can't handle it. It's because you women put pressure on us, and guys don't like pressure. We don't deal well with the pressure.
We're good at that.
Word. I mean,
and we just, like I said, our instincts.
Yeah.
You can't mess with them.
I can't.
I'm telling you, when I have an instinct, I'm like, why do I have that instinct? Why? And it's like something that keeps bothering you. And sometimes you'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna shrug it off. But if you shrug it off, it's just gonna keep bothering you and bothering you and bothering you. And I can say that because I know a lot of females who have done that. They just shrug it off and they're like, oh, nothing's up or whatever. Now, that's not to say that sometimes your gut instinct can be wrong, but I would say 9 times out of 10.
Let me interject this. I'm not trying to disagree with you because I agree with you, but let me just put this: the instinct that some women, not all.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Yes,
because I was going to say that. But say it for me.
Yes, the instinct some women use goes to waste when you stay with that dude. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
If a dude is
somewhere totally.
Oh, a word.
Yeah.
If the dude is that you're with, if you got that instinct, you think he's cheating, and you find out that he's cheating. You know what I'm saying? He's messing around. He's a no good dude,
yeah,
and you stay with him.
Let him cheat in peace, man.
So then, what's the point of having instinct if you're not going to use it the correct way?
I'm going to add on to that because
please do add on to that.
I'm going to add on to that because what happens is that all right,
true.
You got these instincts because and what's funny part about it is we all have those instincts.
We do.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now if my wife does anything different than she's been doing before and call it out in a heartbeat. So
are you serious?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you used to brush your hair on the left side first. Now you brushing on the right side. What's that all about?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's real. But what happens is that I do think women is more fine-tuned.
Yeah.
So when you have an instinct about your man, then you stay with him, that instinct's turned into paranoia now. So now, even when he's not even doing anything wrong, your instincts are telling you that something's happening, even if it's not.
Yeah, that's where I was trying to go. Like,
I got you.
Sometimes your instinct will trick you into thinking something that's really not there.
Right.
And then you'll be like, damn, like, then that's when you start shrugging it off more.
Right.
And you don't follow it. But
who called you at 4:23 yesterday? You did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, my bad. My
bad. You can trick yourself into thinking something that's not really there.
I got you.
And that's with anything. That's not even with just relationships with your significant other. It could be just like something like friend-wise. You know what I mean? It could just anything like that. You just follow that voice that you hear.
Yeah.
You start picking up on stuff and just be observant. Like that's where it comes from. And men aren't as observant as women. I hate to say that.
You think so? You disagree?
You can disagree with me all you want, and I will fight with you about this because I don't care. I got time today, but I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. What did I walk into?
I'm just saying because you like to always go with something left when I say something.
Yes.
So I'm giving it back.
Because
we are very observant. We observe a lot of things, and we're really good with detail. Not all the time. But there's certain things that you pick up on and you see and you smell, you just have your five senses like really heightened.
You're waiting to clap back. You're waiting to clap back.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I'm telling you, as women, we just figure things out. And sometimes we don't know what it is, but we always know. Just know. Leave it like that.
Let it go. Let it go.
Go ahead.
So you said that you said women are more observant, which I agree with you on. I'm going to give you that because women are. Okay. The intuition is spot on. You know, I'll use my mom's. My moms used to come into the room, but Gregory, you did X, Y, and Z, and I had this dumbfounded look on my face because she was dead right. Even though she may not have known exactly each specific detail of it, she knew exactly what's going on. However, guys are observant. What women like to do is trick the dude into thinking that he's not observant by telling him, "Oh, well, you just making that up." You know, he's like Kay said, he knows his wife things that his wife does differently. Now he knows her for a long time, but the point of the matter is he's observant to know that if his wife changes something, he's spot on. I see it immediately. We see things. Trust and believe me, we do.
Oh my God.
We see things. I'm dead serious. We see things. The thing is that we're not looking for maybe not as much in detail as you do. Mm-hmm. You know, not all in depth. Like you got stacks of information on everything that's going on. We may not have that. Surface wise, we're right there with you. You know what?
You ever want to know something about somebody? Ask one of your female friends. I'm telling you, she will find out. Name, phone number, address, what occupation is. I'm telling you, I got friends, and they are like that. I'm telling you.
We definitely don't do that.
That's crazy.
We do that.
I don't understand why there's not more private investigator females out there because women
they make the best private investigators.
Yes, it's just what we do. I don't know how the mind works, but it's just like sometimes we even stumble upon things like. And you're just like, what? I wasn't even supposed to know that. You know, like, that's just how it is for us.
Well, dudes make a lot of mistakes, too. Especially when we're in a situation where we shouldn't be doing something we're doing. We make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, it's just like, you know, you just pick up on stuff.